Good morning. Happy Monday. I decided to start a little vlog. I think I'm going to try to do it on Monday mornings because it's the only time that I have to myself alone at the house. Anyways, so yeah, I just made my coffee. And yeah, I'm getting woken up here. I'm a hot mess. I will always be a hot mess. Yeah, that's who I am. Especially lately. Anywho, this vlog is just going to kind of be, it's kind of for me mostly. You know, just a therapeutic way for me to vent or whatever, you know, just to get thoughts and feelings and whatnot out there. Thought I'd give it a try. A friend suggested it, so here I am giving it a shot. Anywho, today I thought that we would talk about ostomies and my personal relation to them. So yeah, let's just get into it. And then, you know, next Monday we'll talk about, who knows, something else. Anyways, so yes, so back at the end of September, I had a colonoscopy done because for the last few years I have been, which I'll talk about maybe on another video because that's a whole nother set of issues. I went into, I was having a lot of issues with, I have a lot of digestive problems, and you know, I've been tested for everything, and I have a lot of inflammation in my belly to the point where it looks like I'm pregnant, and I get really self-conscious about it. And I've had people ask me how far along I am. Side note, it doesn't matter if the baby's falling out of a woman's vagina, you guys. Don't ask her she's pregnant, okay? Just don't. Yeah. Remember that. Anyways, so like I said, it's going to be real talk. It's probably going to be cursing, so maybe don't watch with the kiddos. I'm talking about gross stuff. I'm going to be real with y'all about things, you know? The world needs more of that. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. So anyways, back to the original story. I get sidetracked easily. FYI, ADD. We'll talk about that in a video too. Woo. Went in for the colonoscopy and to see why I have all this inflammation and other issues I was having. Long story short, they found a very rare tumor in my rectum, and I forgot what they called, what the name of it is. It's something I can't pronounce because I didn't go to medical school. And I had to have something called a lower anterior resection on my rectum. And that has caused me to have a temporary ostomy bag. Going into it, we didn't know if it was going to be temporary or if it was going to be permanent. That was a lot to wrap my head around. I had to kind of go in with the idea that this could be the way the rest of my life is going to be. And I will tell you right here and now, I am beyond grateful that this was temporary because I feel like I've handled it okay. Don't know if I'd be as positive minded about it if it was permanent, but it kind of sucks. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's really not. I've told a lot of people it's not the worst thing in the world. And I'm so grateful they found the colon cancer that they did and were able to remove it all. And we took care of it immediately, and I'm grateful for that. But it is, I deal with some really gross shit every day. And it's just not fun. I'm tired of looking at poop. I'm tired of seeing it attached to the side of my body. I'm tired of, I have extremely sensitive skin. And so every few days when I change my bag, I gotta let it air out. And sometimes it's a mess sometimes. It's just, you know, I basically have a secondary asshole. No polite way to say that. I do. I have a secondary asshole attached to me because my other one is healing and it's cut off at the moment. So we're going to talk supplies. And, you know, I'm making this also, too, for anyone out there that might be having something in relation to this or, you know, knows that they're going to be getting an ostomy. People have Crohn's disease sometimes get their rectum sewn shut and have to have ostomies the rest of their life because it keeps them from being sick and whatnot. And there's a girl I follow. Her name is Maggie. She's awesome on YouTube. And her videos have been so helpful for me with everything. I mean, she shows you how to change your ostomy bags. And she just talks about blockages, which is something I didn't even know could happen. And knock on wood, I haven't had a blockage. I've had some extremely painful cramping where food has gotten sort of stuck because I'm only using one intestine to process food right now. And I have to eat very slowly. And, and I have to really chew my food down, make sure it's really small enough so that my one intestine can process it properly so I don't get blockages in the stoma. And the stoma is the secondary butthole. That's what they call it because it sounds better than secondary butthole. So, I'm going to go through my little supplies here. So, let's just get started with the supplies. Oh, they do. So, side note again, this is the paste, okay? Most people, you put just a tiny, tiny bit of this really sticky paste on. This is the wafer. This is the part that sticks to, you cut out. Everyone's stoma is a different size, okay? So that's why they have this little target here. And you cut out, they give you some scissors. And you cut out the hole that fits your stoma. And you have to be very careful and you have to be very precise because you don't want any gaps between your stoma and this wafer because then poop can leak out and it can get infected, irritate your skin, and just make a mess and not be fun. So you got to make sure you cut out the right size hole for you. And sometimes, right after surgery. Now, mine never changed in size, but they told me I still wait because I was going to start pre-cutting my holes. But I still wait. Sorry, I dropped something. I still wait because, depending, sometimes it does get a little bit swollen or flared up or whatever, and it can change in its size, and you might need a smaller or bigger hole depending on whatever's going on. But I personally cannot use this paste. I used it for the first few times I had to change my bag, and I had a horrible allergic reaction to the point, my skin was, when my sweet husband was trying to help me pull this off of my skin was coming off, like skin from my abdomen was coming off in pieces and, just red and raw and bleeding, and I was in tears. It was awful. So, absolute. This, I think, is just that's just a rare thing for me because my body I have a very sensitive body, apparently, to everything. I've always had sensitive skin, so I break out easily with certain lotions and things. So, this did not work for me, but for most people, this works. And you don't need very much. Oh my gosh, tiny, tiny bit. It just helps the wafer, these are called the wafers. It just helps it stay stuck a little better, so it doesn't fall off or anything. But I do fine without it. I just put, this peels off, that, and this sticks just fine for me, and I don't have an issue with it. So, that's just something you would have to trial and error or whatever. So the other thing is, I get this over the counter at the store. So this little antifungal powder, this helps with if you do have sensitive skin, irritated skin. So I put a little bit of this around the stoma before I put my new wafer on or my new bag on. I put this on my skin, and it just helps keep it from getting irritated and raw and what have you. It's like a little powder, and you just stick it on there. Alcohol wipes. These sting, I'm not going to lie. But you need them. It stings because the area around the stoma is so sensitive. But you gotta keep it clean, and so you don't get any kind of weird infections or anything. So just gotta suck it up, and it sucks, but just gotta very lightly dab around the stoma to keep it from getting infected. So now I use this kind of bag. Okay, these are the ones they suggest they give you at the hospital. Okay, this is the one they put on you at the hospital. This is the ones they send you home with. These are the ones I get. My insurance covers them. There's a couple different companies. They give you like this little kind of manual when you go into the whole ostomy. Mine's a colostomy, obviously meaning poop. Ileostomy is pee. Just ostomy is all of it, But anyways, so this sticks. I'll show you. So once you get your wafer on your body, and then you peel this off. Basically, this sticks. This also has a little peel back. It's all just sticky stuff. And it sticks on. They just stick together like this, and then your stoma would be here. And, then this rolls up. This folds up and rolls up. And you got these little flaps to close it. So poop doesn't fall out. And this you see because you're only supposed to change your bag every 3 or 4 days. And until then you dump it. It has this hole here. I'll show you. And what happens is you kind of just lean over the toilet and dump it like that. And all the poop comes out. And then you're going to want to take wet wipes and make sure you're wearing latex gloves. Make sure you have some spray, because the thing is, I didn't realize how bad it would smell. I didn't, never dealt with this before, didn't know. And the thing is, all the gas and everything, because yes, your secondary butthole also farts uncontrollably, and it's very different because, so with your regular butthole, you can feel that you need to fart, right? And you can excuse yourself. Well, you can't feel this. You can't feel, there's no sensation. I don't know that I'm about to fart. It just happens. And sometimes it happens in front of people. And it's loud. And it's embarrassing. But it happens. My daughter, Olive, she thinks it's hilarious. Yeah, so, and the poop's the same way. I can't feel that I'm about to poop. I can feel my bag filling up, but there's no sensation. The stoma is like numb. It's, I could like sit there and kind of touch it, and I can't really feel it. It feels weird. It's like a weird, squishy little sponge feeling thing. It's very strange. I would show you guys, but right now I have a bag on. I just changed the bag night before last. So it's kind of right now. It's kind of, well, I have a cover on it. They make these covers. I'll show you. Might as well just show you whatever. This cover, and sorry. So yeah, and it has like, I won't show you because it has stuff in there right now. Oh, well, show you a little bit. Okay. So and it just kind of, you stick it in, and you do like this, and then this bottom part just kind of rolls up, and you can like just tuck it, but you don't want to put too much pressure on the bag, or I just hide it under my big oversized shirts and sweaters I've been wearing lately. Sorry, you guys saw a little bit of the nasty stuff. I apologize. I told you. Real talk. Anyways, so yeah, I think maybe I'll try to film in a few days when I change my bag again. I will try to film that, so anyone out there who needs to see, who might be dealing with something like this, and anyone out there, that's new to it. Yeah, but there's all kinds of videos out there. There's a lot of videos on, how to change your ostomies, and, there's some really great stuff out there. It's been super, okay, excuse you. But you get like this nice little box of goodies that you get to play with every few days. We got medical tape. We got gauze because your stoma does bleed a bit. Well, at least mine does. Not like really bad, but I always have just a tiny, like some tiny drops of blood every time I change it, just because, like I said, my skin is just so sensitive. And oh, here's a good one I almost forgot to mention. So you get these little things, okay? When you take a shower with your bag now, every 4 days when I change my bag, I take the whole bag off, clean the area up, clean the skin up, and then I take a shower without the bag on. That's something they did not tell me. I think just forgot to tell me. It's no big deal. But I didn't know I could take a shower without. I thought I had to have the stoma covered up at all times, but you don't. It's okay. I let it air out. And then I will take a shower and I can clean, I clean that whole area to kind of heal my skin. Because like I said, your skin will get so raw and irritated. Even if you don't have sensitive skin like me, it'll... What are you doing? You sweet girl. Yes, please lick yourself on my coffee bar. Anyways, but these they go over there's this little filter hole, okay? And just so you know, nobody else can smell you. By the way, you might because this little filter is like right up under your nose, you're probably going to be able to smell on you. I can smell like when I have gas, I can smell it a little bit, but nobody else can smell it, okay? They might hear it, but they can't smell it. So don't worry. I was really self-conscious in the very beginning because I thought everyone could smell poop or gas or whatever. That's what I smelled like, but you don't, I promise. Anyways, these little stickers, when you take a shower, if you're not, in between changing your bag and you still have you put this on the little hole right here so that water, I made this mistake. Water doesn't get in here and fill up and then your bag is wet. I've had my bag explode in the shower. Gross. I mean, luckily I'm in the shower. I could wash it all down, but then I had to bleach my tub. I have had accidents. Well, one. I should say one, not accidents. I had one accident. I rolled over in the middle of the night. That's been hard for me sleeping because I'm a tummy sleeper. Can't sleep on your tummy with this because the bag can pop if it gets full of air or whatever. It gets crushed a certain way. I rolled over in the middle of the night without thinking, and I woke up to a really gross mess in my bed. Yeah. My poor husband. God bless him. The fact that he even finds me still attractive is a miracle in itself. So yeah, this is life with an ostomy. But like I said, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's gross. There are days where I have had some meltdowns where I'm just like, I'm so over this. I am. Like, I'm over it. I'm ready to have my body back. My body is a train wreck right now. I feel like shit. I look like shit. But I'm trying to, stay as positive as possible. I'm grateful for early detection because, if I hadn't had this done, who knows what would have happened, Yeah, so I am grateful. I'm having an endoscopy later this week to make sure my rectum's all healed. And if my rectum's all healed up, and I had a CT scan last week too, and if everything looks good and there's no traces of cancer, and my rectum is completely healed back together, then I get to schedule my surgery to get my ostomy bag off and have my nice butthole back. I appreciate it so much now. I love